I'll play my ukulele.
Nigga said my ukulele. Get the fuck out of here.
Where's Toxic ESP? Isn't he a moderator? What a useless.
Operating statements, 3-4 minutes.
I'll play my ukulele, man. Getting hated on.
Okay, let's go ahead and start with. Well, are we doing this music thing?
Hold on. You want me to? Is somebody gonna ping on like gov updates or something like what's going on?
Oh, did you guys not ping?
Yeah, like nobody pinged.
Oh, they pinged that here.
They pinged in event updates, so that's good.
Event? That's probably why.
I can't type in government updates. They removed my access.
Oh shit. I mean, I could, but like.
All right, I'm tagging everyone. I'm tagging here. I'm not tagging everyone. But...
So it might be more beneficial to maybe add resident instead of add everyone. I don't know. Quabastic's about to do it.
All right, there
we go.
Okay.
We could go one for one. Fuck that. We could go M for M.
Welcome to the 2024 summer gubernatorial debate. Today we are having Matrix OC on the left and Daniel Reagan on the right. We can go ahead and start with opening statements. You have 45 seconds to deliver whatever you need to say.
Yeah, you gotta say who's going first.
Oh yeah, okay, so yeah, sorry about that. Okay, we're gonna do right to left. Reagan, you got 45 seconds.
Is that when the timer starts?
Yeah. Okay. Yep. Okay. Timer starts now.
Ladies and gentlemen of Ridgeway, today I stand before you with a profound sense of duty and optimism for our beloved community. As we embark on this campaign together, I'm humbled by the opportunity to serve as your candidate for governor. Ridgeway is not just a place on the map, it is our home, where our values, dreams, and futures intersect. Throughout my career, I've witnessed the power of unity and the impact of effective leadership. I believe in a Ridgeway where every voice is heard, where prosperity is shared, and where progress is inclusive. Together, we can build a future that honors our traditions while embracing innovation that protects our environment while fostering economic growth, and that ensures every individual has the opportunity to thrive. In the coming weeks and months, I look forward to engaging with each of you, listening to your concerns, and working tirelessly to earn your trust. Together, let's write the next...
Whoa, he said time. He said time, gang.
He said time?
Time. Yeah, I said time.
All right.
All right, just making sure because you was going on to the next paragraph. I was like, yeah. All right, let me know when I could go.
Okay. Starting now.
You know, not to start off with saying like, wait, huh?
Sorry.
Wait, you lagging? Can I go or no?
Hold on. Okay. Hold on. We'll restarting. Hold on. Okay. You're up in 1.
You're lagging, bro. You're lagging.
2, 3. Now.
All right. Well, listen. Unlike my opening statement, I want to keep it nice and clean and concise. All right. So every candidate here talks about business, but no candidates will mention the office and its most significant responsibility, the ability to govern. All right. I'm the only one on this stage who has experience in governance. All right. The office requires an individual capable of bold leadership, energetic leadership, and the ability to maintain the office. All right. Whether, we have outstanding administrative and bureaucratic issues across all our departments, right? It's just going to happen. It's roadblocks. But it's more important to ensure they have access to the resources that will allow them to succeed, all right? I don't plan on gutting command structures okay.
I have a question. Can you just scream time when time is up?
Yeah,
because it's very quiet.
I'll do the time.
And you low-key lag a little bit too. You lag a little bit too. I ain't gonna lie.
I'll do
like
the
a little
countdown.
delay or something.
I got it. I'll do it.
Yeah. All right, cool. That works. Also, just so we're clear, everyone in the audience, please be quiet if you can. Thank you.
Shout out to the audience. Wait, how long was that opening statement? Was 30 seconds?
45.
Damn, that shit was short. I ain't gonna lie.
That's what I'm saying.
Should have been like a minute. I ain't gonna lie to
Is
you.
it not supposed to be 60 seconds?
Yeah, I'm like, bro, I feel like that was short as hell. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Well, I'm going off of the Drive document.
All right, I ain't blaming you.
We have the same document.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure.
Okay, Jay, what's next?
Okay, so now now we are going on to prepared questions. Okay.
all right.
6 to 8 minutes.
6 to
Each
8.
candidate
6 to
has
8
1
minutes.
minute and 30
What the
seconds to
hell are
answer
you
his
reading?
questions.
Wait,
We'll just
6 to 8. Wait, huh?
So it's 6 to 8 minutes. for
Okay,
this
hold on.
question,
Am I reading the same thing that y'all are reading?
What the
bro.
Yo, what's going on, bro? Y'all gotta get together, y'all. Yo, what's going on?
Bro, come on.
Okay, hold on.
2 to 3
Hold on.
minutes.
I just got to send the right stuff. Give me 1 second.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, this is the right one. My bad, guys. Okay, prepared questions. About 2 minutes. First, we'll go with Reagan. How will you work with other governments to ensure positive relations?
Is my time starting now?
It's starting in 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, so many of you know about the conflict with Firestone, and Firestone's government obviously reached out to me being a candidate, and right now we're not sure too far where we stand in relations to them because of the outgoing war that just occurred under Matrix's administration. Now, I won't comment too much on the war because, to be fair, I'm not too informed because I was not the governor at the time. As for other communities such as Noah's Remade, although it is a remade, it happens to be one of the most active and sometimes beneficial to the community. It's undergoing a reform currently with a new player government, new laws, and everything. And there's no laws currently. The entire slate is swept clean. So I think it's going to be important to help them from the start, and we can cement them as an eternal ally for our help in setting them up for success. And obviously, I want to reach out to the Secretary of State, depending on who it is after this election, to work to the best of our ability so that we can reach out to communities and really help ourselves and help others in the form of alliances being created. I'll give up the rest of my time. That's all I really have to say.
Okay, we're gonna move on to question 2 now.
didn't
What
even
will
ask
you
me.
do?
Oh, anyway.
Oh, sorry. Okay, I'm a little.
Yeah.
Wait, whoa, what's going
Sorry.
on, gang?
Okay, you're gonna skip. You're just gonna skip
You
Matrix.
gotta let Matrix, you gotta let
Damn.
Matrix talk. You gotta let Matrix
We're
talk.
going
But
to
like-
Matrix. We're going to Matrix.
Wait.
Hey.
Before I go, how much time I got?
2 minutes.
2 minutes.
2
All right.
minutes.
All right, don't be forgetting about
Okay.
me, bro.
I'm doing the timer, so it's actually done correctly. Don't have.
All right, appreciate you.
Don't fret. Yeah, I got you.
All right. Okay. So, Matrix. How will you work with other governments to ensure positive relations?
Start
All right,
whenever
you know
you're
when I'm
ready.
starting.
You can start whenever you're ready.
All right. So, that's a new slogan I'm gonna put on a t-shirt. I was not informed. I'm gonna put that on a t-shirt. So basically, I want to say cooperation with our allies and other foreign nations obviously is crucial for our growth, domestically and foreignly, obviously. And under my administration, we launched several initiatives to strengthen the relationships and foster progress on like an international front. We defeated the state of Firestone in the war. We've demonstrated our unparalleled strength and strategic superiority. And our victory not only crushed our adversaries, but solidified Ridgeway on an international stage. Okay. So listen, I'm not saying that Ridgeway, as it stands with Firestone, I honestly don't intend to have relations with Firestone in the future. And by that, I mean any friendly relations. They've shown us time and time again, under Large and under myself as well, that they're cowards, they're pussies, and they're not going to do anything beneficial for Ridgeway. All right. So my point is, going forward, I don't see anything in terms of relationship, a positive relationship with Firestone at all. If anything, it will continue to be a negative relationship, as it's been in the past, and that'll continue to be honest, because I can't, in good conscience, I can't partner up with a bunch of pussies. Okay. Now, on another stage, right? Obviously, we want to form alliances, but we're also keeping Ridgeway first, right? We're not bowing down to other nations, okay? So Mayflower, right? Mayflower, like Reagan mentioned, I don't think that we should really be in Mayflower in the start, right? We need to let them build themselves up. We shouldn't be like the USA in Iraq, all right? Listen, we have to let them build themselves from the ground up. You see what I'm saying? We gotta let them do their thing. And then when they do their thing, then once it's established enough, maybe we get some shit going. Maybe it's hostile, maybe it's not hostile, maybe it's friendly, maybe it's not so friendly. My point being is, all I'm saying is an invasion
That's
of
time.
Mayflower
Thank you.
would be
Thank
fun.
you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. I appreciate you.
I'd also like to remind you to not call people pussies or whatever the other word
Wait,
was.
I get a 30-second
You didn't say
rebuttal,
that?
right?
Wait, whoa,
Yeah.
what did I say to you?
No, I'm not saying me.
Oh,
saying
okay,
just-
okay.
Or he's
All
referring
right,
to
yeah.
how
Let's
you're
just try to
fun
keep it
Oh, you're good, you're good,
PG
you're good,
here.
you're good, you're good, you're
We
good.
got minors at home. You know the drill.
All right, my fault.
Yeah. So can I get my 30
What?
second rebuttal?
Yo, he
Okay.
gotta get strike for that
all
one.
right,
I ain't gonna lie.
Enough. Let's
That
keep
was
let's keep it
crazy.
friendly here.
That was crazy.
Let's try to not do that.
Me with the department heads. And then when he realized it was popular, he took all the credit for it. He let me do everything for defense intelligence. I set it all up. So I find it kind of funny that you're saying you're informed when your lieutenant governor is doing
That's
all
30
the work.
seconds. Thank you.
Okay,
Yep,
can I
thank-
rebuttal because he mentioned me, obviously?
Yeah, 30 seconds. Starting 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, you mentioned mandatory morale and DIS. DIS for mandatory morale, that was always supposed to be a temporary position that he was put in by Brandon, right? The Senate started a war that I knew nothing about, and obviously I didn't know anything about it because what? It's the Senate. The Senate did it on their own. After they did is when I was informed, right? Mandatory morale went on a whim, did it himself. I give him the credit for the war because guess what? He started the war, right? I blamed honestly him and other senators for starting the war, right? It's not a war we wanted, but it's a war
Okay,
we won.
thank you.
Simple as that.
We're going to be moving on to the next question. Sheriff
Yep.
Daniel Reagan, what will you do to make sure the government is productive and not, quote unquote, playing politics? You got 2 minutes starting now.
All right. So obviously, I am an elected position as the sheriff. It's a political position, but I try not to make it. Being the sheriff is a very special position to me. I took it on about 2 terms ago, and really, to get your job done, everyone wants to play politics. Everyone wants something for what you're going to give them or what you need. So if you need a favor, someone expects something back, and I understand that. That's how politics works most of the time, but that's not how I try to play it. I have a very strong stance on mutual ground. Everyone can find a way that benefits them, and that's the way it's always been done, and that's the way it would always be done. Now, when you talk about matrix administration, you play politics, you put your friends in the judiciary, and then you have a judge who goes out, makes a dumb ruling, and then a Supreme Court justice, site owner, has to take over all of his cases, and not to mention he finishes those in 3 days efficiently. I mean, you put your friend in the National Guard, and the special forces and military police are friend groups, and the reform only happened when people opposed him. So, you have your strings that he controls over the entire Guard and just makes it his little, playground. I don't think that's how it should be run, and that's not how it would be run under my administration.
All right, can I respond?
Are you done? Are you done yapping?
I'm good, yeah.
Okay. Yep. Governor, I'll just call you Matrix. You got 2 minutes starting now.
All right, this for that is not what politics is. All right, so that's shown because basically you have no real political experience at all. I mean, the closest thing political experience you have is running for sheriff. And don't get me wrong, you're a decent law enforcement officer, but sure as hell you're not a politician and you're not a governor. I'll say that. A governorship under you would be catastrophic. That's first off. All right. Moving on to judgeship. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about Alex J. Cabot. Alex J. Cabot, he was a Superior Court judge beforehand. He was a magistrate judge beforehand. He came back. He's been a legal profession for a long time, right? Little do you know, every judge that I've ever nominated goes through, guess who? The Chief Justice, right? So obviously it's my final decision with what I do, right? But I run names through the Chief Justice and the members of the Supreme Court, right? And I also obviously let the Senate know, and guess what? The Senate passes them too. So my point is, right? Nominating Cabot. Cabot's not my friend, right? Obviously, I've known Cabot for a long time. We're cool, but that's really as far as it goes. I fuck with Cabot, but to be honest, I already told him. I told the Chief Justice, right? I said, Chief Justice, what do you think about Alex J. Cabot? Guess what? He said, put him through, right? Side owner came to me. He was like, yo, Cabot just made a stupid ass ruling. What the fuck happened? I said, I have no clue. I said, I ran him through Fed. He was like, you know what? That's not your fault. Because guess what? I run to the people in my camp, people who know what they're doing. Obviously, I know what I'm doing, but I'm gonna go to legal professionals, people who've been obviously experienced. Fed was a part of writing the inaugural laws, writing the laws that we have today. So yes, of course, I'm gonna go to him with my judicial nominees, etc. As for the National Guard, that whole thing. From the beginning of my term, I posted the interviews, I posted the applications, I posted everything. So my point is, regardless of what you say about Brandon, him being my friend, blah blah blah, you cannot negate the facts. I posted
That
the
is your
interview, I
time.
posted the application.
That is it. That's
It is
that.
your
Thank you.
You
Thank
can be as mad as you want.
Thank you. That's enough. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome.
Sheriff Reagan, do you want to respond?
Honestly, no. I think I'm good. I think we're good there.
All right. I guess we're moving on to the first set of questions. It's from Public Safety and Criminal Justice. We're going to go with you, Daniel
Okay.
Reagan. What measures will you take to ensure the rights of Ridgeway citizens are upheld? You got 2 minutes starting now.
Obviously, within the governor's office, we have the ability to audit a bunch of areas of law enforcement and in general to keep the rights of our citizens is very important to me as the sheriff and as a future governor. So it just makes it wonder, how can we do better for our citizens? And the biggest way is getting out there in front of everything and making sure we have all the facts and we're talking to the legal professionals and among the citizens on what they need to feel safe in our community as a way of making sure their rights and everything is being presented to them and protected for them. Because as the governor, our job number one priority is making sure our citizens are the ones that are protected. That's all I have to say. You can change my time and send it over to Matrix.
What was the question?
Matrix. What measures will you take to ensure the rights of Ridgeway citizens are upheld? 2 minutes starting whenever you speak first.
All right. Well, obviously, I have a lot of faith in our law enforcement and our departments. Obviously, the whole prosecution with the Department of Justice, that was a whole big thing. You see, Techie. It's been a long couple of months for Ridgeway. I'll be honest. The Attorney General got impeached. Shit, we had a lot of shit going on. So my point being is, through the governor's office, we have the audit department. Obviously, a recent law was passed by the state senate, allowing for the governor's audit, giving the governor's audit more powers. Me personally, I don't intend to use those powers. Why are we auditing departments so often? The only time I've ever audited a department was when I first came in to the as governor and got basically a lay of the land. Right? Obviously, department heads weren't a big fan because obviously it was a little bit invasive, but yeah, that it gave me a lay in the land. It gave me ability to really think on what needed to be fixed and how to go forward. You get what I'm saying? So to be honest, I want to keep doing what we're doing. I really want to keep doing what we're doing, making sure that our departments are set up, doing what they have to do. And as far as making sure that people are getting the help they need. Simple as that.
Are you good? You done?
Yeah.
All right.
I trust our department heads.
Okay. Sheriff Reagan, you want to speak for the 30 seconds?
No, I think we're good there. I think we can
No?
move on to the next question.
All right. Love you and love that. Second question. Do you believe that there is a current issue with the government officials being held accountable for their actions? That's going to go to Sheriff Reagan. Sheriff Reagan, 2 minutes starting now.
Of course. So obviously, in my letter of my initial campaign coming out, I said that we're in desperate need of transparency and accountability. In the sheriff's office, I made an environment where everyone, no matter what political status they have, no matter who they had as a lawyer, friends, anything like that, they're held to the same standard as regular Joe. No one's above the law, not those who make it, not those who interpret it, and not those who enforce it, especially. We need a strong standard for what we hold our departments to and to what everyone is held to, because our government and our citizens should be elite, and that's simply how it is. The politicians right now have stopped listening to, serving, and paying attention to everyone that they serve, their constituents. the people of Ridgeway. Instead, they're focusing on issues that affect themselves. And in turn, we're left with an ineffective governance and ineffective representatives. Obviously, as the governor, you represent the entire community as it stands. If you're not able to represent them in a good way, how can we trust you? We have to come together and restore the state of confidence so that our state can be an elite one. That starts with this campaign, and I want to win this for the people of Ridgeway, but most importantly, for the people of Ridgeway. The only way we can do that is together, and I don't see our representatives now working together. That's all you got from me.
All right, thank you. Oh, hold on. Steam just opened up. There we go. Oh, another. Oh, okay. Governor Matrix, do
What's the
you
question?
believe that there is a current issue with the government officials being held accountable for their actions? You got 2 minutes starting now.
Do I believe there's an issue with holding government officials accountable? I used to think there was. But to be honest, up until I was prosecuted, I mean, I like up until I was prosecuted, Brandon was prosecuted, up until Techie was impeached. To be honest, I really don't know how to feel about that. I feel everybody under me has been held accountable. I hold all my people accountable, but to the extent where I also stand up for all the people under me. Obviously, as governor, I have a huge responsibility to really look after and make sure that the people under me are doing right by their citizens, by their employees, and the rest of the chain of command. But to be honest, I'll be real. It doesn't make sense that people are getting wrongfully prosecuted, and that was another thing that I said in my policies, that it's disgusting that we're having all these like political prosecutions and stuff like that. To be honest, I'm glad that I was able to come to at first, originally, I came to an agreement with the DOJ, but then that agreement kind of got thrown out the window, and they dismissed the case anyway, as in the judge threw out the case, because, I mean, what's there to it? We won. But simple as that. I mean, DPA got thrown out, and judge ruled with us. I mean, what can I say? But yeah, I mean, going forward, there's going to be many ways to hold our government officials accountable, and likely I'll probably put up a Google form to kind of gauge, not a poll census or anything like that, but something to kind of gauge where we're at in terms of departments and department leadership, government stuff like that. But yeah, no DPA and dismissed with prejudice. So what can I say? DPA was thrown out.
All right.
Got us scot free.
Time.
Okay,
That is time. Thank
That's
you,
time.
Governor. Sheriff, you want to respond?
Yeah, I would actually on this one.
All right. You got 30 seconds starting now.
All right. So you talk about the DPA being thrown out. Was this before or after you refused to abide by that DPA and like really go through with the terms that were on that DPA? Because from my understanding, you were supposed to reinstate and put 2 people back at their positions, and that did not happen. I'm not quite sure how you can really say that you want to hold everyone accountable and you want to make sure the DPAs and all this false prosecution stuff when you
That's
got
time.
a
That is
DPA.
time. That's
Time.
time. Thank
That's
you.
time.
Amen.
Governor Matrix, you want to
Um,
respond to him?
This just shows how uninformed you are, honestly, because the DPA said that we had to offer them both back. Dapper was the only one that wanted back. We gave him his rank, and that was it. And I mean, to be honest, after that, the DPA got thrown out. Again, uninformed. The DPA got thrown out because the DOJ wasn't abiding by the terms. They had to write up certain things that they just didn't do. They had to do certain things that they just didn't do. So it got thrown out. DPA got thrown out. Again, uninformed Reagan. That's gonna be. I'm gonna put that on a T-shirt. I don't know. Uninformed. I'm actually not sure. That's gonna go on a T-shirt. I'm gonna put that on billboards all around county, because obviously you have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. I yield.
Oh, my mic was not working. Anyways, time's up. I forgot to reset my audio. Thank you. All right. Moving on to the next question. Sheriff Reagan, what will you do to ensure that everyone's bolded, in our government is to be held accountable for their actions? You got 2 minutes. Not starting now. Hold on. Okay, you got 2 minutes starting now.
1 second before we start this.
Okay,
Can
you
we
don't
just
have 2 minutes.
look? Let's make sure that we all keep this nice and respectful. No insulting, please.
Yes, thank you,
Playing
Shay.
SpongeBob.
Oh, Okay, I was making sure my soundboard worked. Ignore that.
Yo.
I had to make sure the soundboard actually worked because I'm gonna do
Yo,
a buzzer.
What is bro
So just
doing?
ignore it. Just
Alright.
ignore that for now.
You tell me when my time starts.
Yeah, your time starts now.
Okay, so like I keep saying, accountability. In the sheriff's office, that's something that I promoted extremely high. If you take a look at the public announcements, even the government announcements that came from me, I held 2 captains accountable for their inactivity and inability to do their jobs when I first started my term. A lot of these people came in when I was sheriff, and they've been serving in these positions for a long time. So I came in, and they weren't doing their jobs after I gave them a shot to continue doing it. So you know what I had to do? I had to hold them accountable, and I said, listen, I go, you have a time to set aside. I said, you either pick up your shit or you get out. And obviously they chose to resign on their own terms because they weren't able to do their jobs. Now, it comes to a standard where not everyone's being held accountable still. We look at certain departments and their department heads or their higher commands aren't being held accountable because they're inactive and not showing up in game, not showing up to do their jobs in general. It comes down to the point where if I can't be held accountable, why should my department heads be held accountable? Why should everyone else be held accountable? If the quote unquote head of state is not being held accountable, I can't say that I want everyone else to be held accountable. So throughout my term, I've said all of my command, all of my deputies, you come to me if you have an issue with me, and I will handle it right away. And I think my deputies know better than anyone. I have made that very clear, and I have stuck to that. They come to me with an issue, it's solved within the day, if it can be. So I think, it starts with me and it ends with me. If I have to be held accountable, I expect everyone to hold me accountable, and then everyone under me is going to be held accountable by the same standard because we are all under the same standard here. And now you can pass my time away.
All right. Governor Matrix.
From what I'm hearing with that is, oh well, actually no, sorry. You can restart my time. Can you re-ask me the question and then I'll respond?
Okay. Yeah, you want the question again? What will you do to ensure that everyone in our government is being held accountable for their actions? Starting now.
All right, so he talked, and what I really got from that was that pretty much he wanted to fire all the department heads. Maybe that's not true, but that's what I got from it. He wants to fire all the department heads. Okay, that's first off, right? And second off, you talk about government accountability, but there've been, from my recollection, there have been multiple problems with the train division of the Ridgeway County Sheriff's Office. I've heard it's been inactive. There's been multiple complaints from people like Omni Galaxy, right, from the train division. They were supposed to rework the curriculum, but they haven't. There's only 3 employees to do the bare minimum. Multiple members of his command, again, like Omni Galaxy, have voiced their opinion on the train division, but Sleepy Daniel still doesn't hold them accountable. All right. So my thing is, really, I'm gonna be honest with you. How can you talk about accountability in the sheriff's office and then in the governor's office when you can't even hold yourself accountable for your own command, for the people under you, for your divisions? Okay, I've been doing this job for forever, right? This is my first term as governor, but I have a whole boatload of experience when it comes to this field of work. I know what I'm doing. I know when the tough calls need to be made, and I live up to what I need to do. Simple as that. But it seems like you haven't, Daniel. It seems like you haven't, and you're struggling to do what you need to do. So if you can't handle your business in the sheriff's office, how can you handle your business as governor of the state? All right? Real.
Is that you like ending your time there?
Is
Or?
it you ending it?
Yes, sir.
I'd appreciate if you just say you're done instead of just saying real. Goes
Okay.
for both of you.
I'm done.
If you say you surrender your time, that's great.
Black
Daniel,
ass
do you
Nick.
want-
Okay, thank you.
Okay, let's keep it respectful here. There are underage people present.
He's resorting to his
All right.
nature. He can't help it.
Shut your stupid gumbo ass looking
All
up.
right,
bro.
all right, okay, that's enough.
Calm
He's
down.
back in his nature. He can't help it. Just let him go.
Enough.
It's fine.
All right.
Why is he
shut
still
up.
talking?
Both of you!
Hey,
Daniel Reagan.
wait.
Daniel Reagan, would you like to respond?
Oh, I would like to respond
Stop.
very much.
Okay,
You have
hold on.
30 sec. Okay, not yet. All right, we
Can I,
good?
can I start my time?
We get you could start and now.
All right. So, I mean, it's kind of funny that, Matrix comes out and talks about the sheriff's office when he doesn't oversee it and he doesn't really, know anything. I mean, I might get that on a t-shirt. Matrix is uninformed, the same way. So even Okogi, the captain right now over training division, even just said you're uninformed. Recently, we had our training division lieutenant resign because he was not able to hold up to the standards that we wanted him to. And we held it to the same standard that I said we would. We got a new training division lieutenant who revamped the entire thing right now.
Thank you. Thank you. Done. Thank you.
Okay, can I rebuttal? Because obviously he mentioned me.
Yeah. You got 30 seconds starting now.
Wait. Can I get 30 seconds from the time I start talking?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Okay.
Did you guys hear
So
the buzzer,
again,
by
you're
the
gonna
way?
say, wait, huh?
Did you hear the buzzer? I just want to.
No.
Wait. What about now?
No.
All right. It's gonna be SpongeBob from now on. Okay. Sorry. Go whenever.
All right, so you say I'm uninformed, but people in your own command are coming to me. You say I have no control of RCSO. You're right. So why do I have no control of RCSO and I still know more about what's going on in your own department than you do? So, all right, so you're going to say, obviously, you got a new lieutenant, new sergeant, but they haven't been appointed yet. There's no new curriculum. There's nothing new that's going on. You had the old person resign. What the fuck is new? What the fuck is new? Honestly, what the fuck has happened that you've actually done for the training division that's make it revamped, huh? Other than just spew a bunch of bullshit. People in your own command are coming to me saying, please help us. Do something about the sheriff's office. But I can't because I'm governor. I'm counting on you.
Thank
Hey,
you. That's enough.
do some
Thank you.
shit.
Thank you.
Yeah, hey,
Thank
wait.
you. Okay. This alarm is not helping.
We
When
should
I
put
say
it back
thank
in
you,
handcuffs.
it means let's just settle down there. All right. Appreciate it. I don't know why I'm hearing someone's door in the background. That's okay. The audience would shut up. Moving on to the next question. We're gonna go to Sheriff Reagan with this one. Do you believe the comp to criminal ratio is unbalanced? And if so, what will you do to fix it? 2 minutes starting when you first start speaking.
All right, so you can start my time. So I think the cop to criminal ratio depends on the day, to be honest. Obviously we have a lot of people expressing interest in LETC and joining a law enforcement agency, but we also have a bunch of criminals, whether they be alternates of cop accounts or whether they just be hardcore criminals. And honestly, it adds to our perspective as a game, and it's something we need. Obviously, we need the criminals and we need the cops. That's how the game is run. That's how it's always going to be run, and there's not much we can do to change that. But the aspect of it is the way we can get more people to engage in businesses and somewhat regulate LETC and criminals, the ratios and stuff like that. The game going up to 70, something that's out of our control, obviously. That boosted it enough. You know, we have a lot more civilians in game now because they're able to hang out with their friends and do this and that, and it promotes businesses being active. Now, one thing is the ability to promote businesses and keep them out and let them know that, you know, we're helping you from a government standpoint. We will give you what you need to promote your businesses and get people involved. You know, there's only a matter of so many things we can do, but I believe that's one of them. You know, promoting businesses so that civilians and everyone joins, criminals, cops, civilians alike. You know, if cops have things to do sometimes, they're not always going to be on duty, which will take down the cop aspect of it. If you give criminals opportunities to join a public business or something of that matter, they're going to do it if they really want to. So it's all about promoting that with the ability to everyone. Obviously, I don't think the criminal and cop ratio is terrible right now. I think sometimes we might have an overbalance of one or two, but that's easily fixed with a pager for more officers or criminals getting their friends on and, you know, balancing it out as best they can. So that's all I have. You can pass my time over.
SpongeBob.
Okay, good, because that was perfect timing.
Yeah, I'm like that.
Hold on. Governor Matrix, you can start whenever.
It's my opinion that he didn't answer the question. I mean, I guess he did partially, but he just started talking and yapping about businesses and basically making sure that criminals have access to businesses. And don't get me wrong, obviously criminals who are trying to reform get involved like on their means, but we got to be honest, like career criminals, they're not looking to change. The people on alts are not looking to change. They're looking to come in and do some serious damage. You get what I'm saying? Crime is very important to the activity of the game. Like there's no denying that. And if you say anything else, you're like, I'll be real with you, you're stupid. But we need to make sure our law enforcement is given the resources and good resources and led well, right? I have a lot of faith in our National Guard's leaders and the soldiers. I want to work closely with them to make sure that their mission is made more public, right? So that anyone interested can be given the opportunity to see the benefits of being a guardsman, right? Crime is needed to make the game active. I somewhat agree with a little bit of Daniel's comments. he talked about the 70-player servers and everything like that. Me personally, not the biggest fan, right? I obviously got that to happen for the award ceremony that I did, but it wasn't meant to be long term. And to be honest, kind of lags the game. Every time somebody shoots, like you lag. Every time you drive, you lag. Like every time FD's in game, you lag. So I honestly think there needs to be like a boost, but not 70, right? And to be honest, again, I believe games are a really good tool to allow departments to do their jobs. Right, the cop criminal ratio is important to this game. Without criminals, there's no game. Without cops, there's no game. Right, our departments have special forces. They have TAC units, investigative units. They literally all exist for this purpose. So these gangs can be handled by them. They're led well. It's a good way to get our groups active. So that's my opinion.
We done there?
Can I get a rebuttal?
No,
Yep.
I'm SpongeBob.
Okay. No, I'm SpongeBob. There, you got it.
Thank you. Thank you.
The
That helped.
I'm SpongeBob thing's gonna piss me off. So start whenever you're ready. You got 30 seconds.
Whenever I start right now.
Whenever you start.
All right. So Matrix, I thank you for agreeing with a couple of my statements. That means a lot to me. Now, I would like to in turn agree with some of your statements. You say that gangs are important. I mean, I find that ironic considering you're a part of them. Resorting
Yo, that's fucked
So-
up, guys.
Whoa,
moderator.
He has 30
He's a fan of
seconds. He
games.
has
How can I
30
help it?
seconds.
Moderator.
Hey, civil.
Hey, I should
Thank
get my
you.
time back for the interruption.
No, you're
Oh
full
my
of shit.
Give me 10 more
Both
seconds.
of you, shut up. Both of you, shut up. Both of you.
Hey,
No, you're doing great, Jake. You
okay,
go back.
listen. Interruptions will result in extrication. You
Actually,
just
what the
don't-
fuck is that?
Bro,
Okay,
I'm gonna
again,
be real. I don't even know what he's talking about.
Yeah.
The fuck is extrication, my nigga?
I don't even know what he's talking
Hey,
about.
whoa!
Hey,
Whoa, he's saying the word
hey.
again.
Hold on. We're in a Ridgeway. We're in a Ridgeway
Really?
server. I want to remind you that this is Ridgeway. This is not
All right.
RSP chat.
David said it was
Ridgeway.
okay. Listen, David. I got
He's back
the
he's
the
back to his
David
nature.
pass.
He's back to his
Nope,
nature.
nope.
He can't help it.
Shut your gumbo looking ass up, man.
Oh, that's
Holy
again.
shit.
Look at him.
Both of
It's
you.
a
Enough.
on.
All right.
Hey,
talking.
civil.
This is worse than the. No, I'm not gonna go there. You got 15 seconds, Reagan. Start.
Okay, again, you said that criminals don't change. Would that include you, considering you went to Note Central to the DPA with the National Guard now? So what? You're saying that you don't change and you don't have room for change? That's a bad way to be a leader. I yield.
Okay, that was
I
time
know
anyway.
blooded, yeah.
Okay.
Yo, get
Yo,
this
what's this
ghoul
ghoul
off
guy
the
doing up
stage,
there?
yo.
Get
this
ghoul up
off the
there.
stage, bro.
Who is
Get
this?
ghoul
Get
off
this
the
ghoul off the
stage.
Yo,
stage.
get off
Get
the
the
stage.
bozo.
Get off
Keep
the
this
Can we get
stage.
security?
I'm ass bozo ass.
Can we get security to remove this guy from the stage?
Yeah,
Thank
please.
you.
Thank
you.
you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
You want to respond to Daniel Reagan, Mr. Governor?
Sure. But can my time start when I start talking?
Yes.
That's how we'll do it from now on.
All right, cool.
That doesn't mean take
All right,
all
so-
day.
Okay. Well, I was, but okay. You ready? Let me know you're ready.
I'm ready when you're ready.
All right, so Daniel started yapping about being a criminal and no central and all that. But if you really look into it, if you really look down to it, if I'll actually drop it in the chat. Daniel was prosecuted too, right? Back in county. You want to bring up no central? You were prosecuted too. A count of official misconduct. Another count, 2 counts of official misconduct, right? Right? 2 counts of official misconduct. So you want to talk about me? You're a goddamn criminal too. You want to talk about thugs? You're a fucking thug, bitch. Don't talk to me like that.
Language.
You're a fucking thug.
Language.
No,
All
you're a
right,
goddamn
all right,
thug.
language.
He's a goddamn thug. He's a goddamn.
Dude, someone put him in
Language.
cuffs.
He's a goddamn thug.
Hey.
That's enough. This is supposed to be civil, and this is fucking
Dude.
far from civil. So
The
let's
last
just
time it got
calm
civil was
down.
when his dad was being.
Enough.
Let's go.
Enough. Just because
You
one
said
of you's
about
acting
all
like a
these,
twit.
man.
Enough.
Oh,
Just because one of you is acting up doesn't mean both of you. Let's settle down here. All right. Thank you. All right. We're moving on from that question because I don't know how you guys get heated over a cop to criminal ratio, but here we are, I guess.
Matrix is a criminal.
Yo, shut your bitch
Enough.
ass up. Why you still talking to me? No!
Hey.
You could-
Stop.
I will put this to an end, and then you both can just go on with your days. All right, moving on. Ethics and governance. Sheriff Daniel Reagan, what will you do to ensure transparency through the executive office? 2 minutes starting when you speak.
Right. So I think transparency is a very big deal. In my terms as sheriff, I've tried to release as many press releases regarding issues, big or small, that came across the sheriff's office, and I think the same can be said for the governor's office. You need to make sure that the citizens that you serve are being heard, and that you're showing them in more ways than one that they are also being heard and responded to. When I removed two captains from power, and even my undersheriff, when I asked my undersheriff to step down, Dino Ref, you know, I had to come out and say, this is what happened, this is why I did it, and this is how we're moved going forward. And I think that's a very important part to being a leader, whether it's the sheriff, whether it's the governor, whether it's the RSP colonel, for all I care. It doesn't matter what position you're in. It matters that you're being transparent enough with everyone. As for ethics, the current government doesn't have many of those. So, I'm trying to go into office, and if I am elected, I want to come into office with a shitload of ethics and make sure that everyone is moral in their actions, and we're always upholding the standard, because the standard is the standard. And that's all I have to say, so you can pass my time. I'm SpongeBob.
Alright. Okay, thank you. Did not have to do the SpongeBob. Anyways,
Can you ask the
Governor,
question again?
yeah, it's what will you do to ensure transparency through the executive office?
All right. So just to start off, we've done multiple things in my term as governor. I really publicize a lot of the stuff that I do, to be honest. Whether it's pardons, even stuff when it comes to the National Guard and Firestone. Obviously, a lot of the stuff that we did and a lot of the operations that we did under Firestone had to be classified because we obviously didn't want them to know what was going on. But for the most part, I tried to keep everybody in as much in the loop as possible. We even ended up letting everybody know about DIS, which was a big thing, to be honest. Obviously, nobody knew about its existence, or very few people knew about its existence. But that was the big thing that we were using to take down Mr. Governor Canada Law. We actually assassinated him in his own game. They failed at coming over to us. They failed miserably. So point being is, I try to be transparent with y'all. I try to release what I can so that y'all know what's going on in your government. And I also try to release as many things above board. So obviously, again, so everybody knows what's going on in their government, stuff like that. So point being is, yeah, I do everything possible to make sure everybody's informed on what's going on today in our government. And to be honest, all you got to do is ask. You got a question, ask. We got now, recently we established the Freedom of Information Act. I know a lot of y'all probably know what that is in real life. Some of y'all don't. I know some of y'all from Canada, UK, etc. But Freedom of Information Act, that should be being established soon within all the separate departments that there are. That includes SO, RSP, etc. So point being is, request, ask for information. They'll give it to you. It's transparency. All right, that's all. Simple as that.
All right.
Oh, and Mandatory Morale wrote it. All right, yeah, he wrote the Freedom of Information Act. Shout out to him, I guess. Like, okay.
All right. Well, time's pretty much up anyway, so thank you. Sheriff Reagan, you want to respond?
No, I think we should go to the next.
All right. Moving on to the next question. Sheriff, how will you work with the Secretary of State on the topic of foreign relations?
Time starts whenever I speak.
Starts whenever you speak. Yeah, that's how it's going to be from now on.
Alright. So the Secretary of State, obviously, right now it's Jason, and Jason and I, to be quite honest, haven't always gotten along. But again, I've worked on finding a middle ground between us, and we have gotten along ever since. We reached out, we talked about our issues, and now we're all good. We've been working together, trying to promote businesses as much as we can. Obviously, with the Secretary of State election coming up, it's going to be very different if there's a new Secretary of State or if Jason stays in his office. Either way, the fact remains that foreign relations are very important, and even with our own state, working with the Secretary of State is very important. We need to make sure that our businesses are being heard, and being supported by the government in itself. And then outside of that, with foreign relations, we need to work and make sure that we're putting Ridgeway first. We're putting Ridgeway first above all other nations that we're in talking with. And then after we do that, and we're ensuring that we're first, we can work out and go out to other nations and say, hey, this is what Ridgeway wants to do with you, and let's find a middle ground and do it. Because this is what we have to do, and that's the way Ridgeway and other communities will benefit. Obviously, we're not going to strain ourselves and make it worse for our community, because that's not how we should operate as a country, as a nation.
As a country.
Yes, yeah, same thing. But as a state, we can go out and help as many people as we can while keeping ourselves first. And that's one of the most important things that we can do. So working with him, being in communication with him, and making sure we're on the same page throughout the entire term, that's the way we can get it done. That don't need to exist. That's when stuff starts to get blurry, lines don't exist, and someone reaches too far, and issues come out of nowhere and make a huge issue. That's all I can say. Dami, you got my time.
All right. I
It
don't
took
want
so
your
long, I
time.
forgot the question.
How will you work with the Secretary of State on the topic of foreign relations?
Well, I've done a lot of stuff with the Department of State throughout my entire term. One of the biggest things that we did with the Department of State was under the Firestone War. That was Jason played a big part in that. I'll be honest, with foreign relations and everything that kind of came into it. Before the war really picked up, before we invaded, before they attempted and failed to invade us, Department of State was a big part of relations, talking things out, getting things done. To be honest, so big shout out to the Department of State for everything that you did for helping during the war, etc. We've really done a good job on the international stage of working with the Department of State. I mean, goddamn, remember, I don't know if a lot of you remember, but Cruzan Thomas, he was the department, he's the Secretary of State for the state of Firestone, right? After the war was over and we declared victory, guess what he did? He told the governor of Firestone, hey, I'm done with robots. I'm kind of like just finished with it all. Like, I'm done. I'm just completely finished with this shit, right? He left the group, left the Discord, whatever. Guess what? Not even 5 minutes later, he became an ambassador under the Ridgeway Department of State. Under the Ridgeway Department of State. So no, he didn't leave Roblox, but he came and joined the better side. So point being is, yes, foreignly, we've done a lot of shit with the Department of State. In the National Guard too. Shout out to the National Guard for everything that we did overseas. For me and Reagan, he's still again uninformed. I'm gonna put him on uninformed. Guess what? Tell me why he said country. He thinks we're still in Noosa, right? You run the Ridgeway County Sheriff's Office, my brother. The Ridgeway County Sheriff's Office. The governor is head of state, not head of country. All right. So please, again, uninformed, misinformed, uninformed. I don't know. Right? I yield.
All right. Well, your time ended anyway, so that's great. Daniel Reagan, you want to respond?
No, I don't need to respond. You got the next question?
All right. Daniel Reagan. Oh God, this won't end well. What is your opponent's largest flaw in your opinion?
Good God.
Oh, this would be fun. Time starts in what? Whenever I speak, right? So
I swear to
start
God.
right now. I'll start now. So his biggest issue right now, in my opinion, is his ego. I think he let it inflate him so much so that his inability to lead the state. Wait, Matrix, let me just make sure you understand. The state
Good.
is
I don't want you to
working
mess it
at
up
a
again.
higher
Enough.
level.
Thank
Is
you.
working at a higher level. When he puts his ego first and he's worried about putting his friends in power or making sure that his public image looks good, that's when the state has an issue. Because our leader, the governor, should not be doing that. When you put your ego first, you're putting everyone in a situation that they should never be put in. You cannot put yourself first. You have to put the citizens first. And his ego doesn't allow him to recognize that. So when it comes down to it, his ego inflates by doing one good thing. He doesn't hear anything. And all you see is issues start to arise because of that. So his inability to communicate with other people, to reach out and say, hey, this is what I need from you. Can you help me out? His ego is so high that he won't allow other people to help him. And that's because issues happen. So that's it. And I mean, that's very simple. His ego, I don't know whether that started from like a childhood perspective or what happened. I'm down to talk about it, Matrix, but we can pass my time.
All right. Governor Matrix, you got 2 minutes, whenever. Do you need the question again, or are you good?
I just heard a lot of ego shit. But okay. You actually no. Yeah, facts. Hey, I got you. Let me know when I can start.
Start whenever.
All right, bro. So I'm not gonna lie, you talk about my ego, but like, let's talk about our approval ratings, right? My ego, if anything, my ego is way smaller than yours, right? The entire term, I've never really, I'll be real, I've never really cared about my approval ratings at all. I really never cared. You've always boasted about being the most approved of department head of all time. You always do this, you do that. Your ego is huge. My brother, another issue that you have, you're uninformed on today's topics. You think we're in a state. If anything, you call me Sleepy Matrix, but it's really Sleepy Reagan. You uninformed on everything that you need to be the governor. There's certain topics that you need to know in order to be the governor, to be in this seat, to be in this position. There's certain things that you have to know beforehand. You're uninformed, and you're ways behind where you're supposed to be. Okay. You're still in the Noosa days, all right? We were driving around in blocks cars and we're getting out and shooting and shit, bro. Like get back to the times, brother. And another thing is you're in action, right? You're in action. You're literally not doing anything. I already brought up TD command. How much worse is it gonna be when you're governor and you have to oversee the Ridgeway State Police, the Ridgeway National Guard, the Park Service, the PPD, etc. You can barely manage your own department right now. Another thing, you talk about my ego and me doing certain things and getting big wins, but let's talk about you and you announcing to the public, oh, today we did plain clothes day and an attempt to get more votes. Like, come on, bro, get real, bro. Honestly, get real, bro. The fuck are you doing? Like, come on. Like, I'm on your ass. I'm on your ass. Now I'm on his ass now. I'm not gonna lie. I yield. Plain clothes day is just fucking crazy.
All right. Let's remember to watch the language here. All right. Thank you. Just want to give a
anyway,
shout out to Tip Rubber. Great
Can
username.
I get my 30-second rebuttal?
Yeah, you got 30 seconds starting whenever you're good.
All right, so obviously Matrix isn't going to be a fan of plain clothes days because that means his people are more subject.
Yo, that's
to
racist.
getting
That's
arrested.
racist. That's racist. That's racist. That's
Hey,
racist.
his people isn't the gang
listen,
members.
All right.
Stop.
His people isn't the
Okay.
gang members that he's associated with. Okay.
Again, slander. Slander. Like, what?
All right. Let's try and settle down here. We're gonna have no slander in here.
All right. I'm sorry.
Jeez.
You gonna be the next one in court in a second, bud. I ain't gonna lie.
Anyways,
All right. Let me
you got
continue.
21 seconds. Let's
All
just get this over with.
So, like I said, he's obviously not a fan of transparency if I can't release what's going on in the department. Obviously, if people see an increase of plainclothes officers, they're gonna ask why. Now, I know Sleepy Matrix doesn't know, but I had graduation that weekend. So, as a favor to my department, I said, hey, you guys can go out in plainclothes and enjoy your day. Because if I'm enjoying mine, they should enjoy theirs. So, again, Sleepy Matrix, you're wrong. I yield my time.
All right.
All right.
Can I respond?
We're done.
No.
Oh
He
my
mentioned
God.
me. I have
No,
to respond.
I was saying he was done with his response.
Oh, okay. My bad.
No,
Yango, my bad.
No. You're good. You're good. Go whenever.
All right. What does that have to do with plain clothes day being released to the public? You told the public, oh, today we did plain clothes day. Like, all right, if it's what's in you and your department, that's one thing. But you're telling the entire place, oh, we did plain clothes day. Doesn't it defeat the purpose of telling and notifying the thugs that you claim to be that you're gonna be on the streets in plain clothes? Like, come on. Like, you just contradicted yourself. Another thing is, Daniel's spineless. He's gonna be a puppet to the Ridgeway elites while I'm strong. I fight for what's right. And listen, Daniel plans to remove Roblox, Brandon, Commissioner Jason from this year's department heads, while I plan to work with them, improving their departments, and even more. I'm giving them the resources to do
Okay.
better.
That is time. Appreciate it.
Spineless bastard.
All right. Daniel, you want to respond to him?
Yeah, I mean, since he mentioned me, if I can get my 30 seconds starting now. So it's funny because I never said that I was going to remove Brandon or Wolf or Jason or even Madison. I never said that.
I didn't say nothing.
Okay, well,
Hey,
if you
let
can
him
stop
speak.
interrupting me. Yeah, thank you. So, like I said, I released Plainclothes Day as a way of expressing that the sheriff's office is active, contrary to your belief, because, you're uninformed. So I try to make you a little bit more informed and tell you that we're out there. So obviously you have an issue with, seeing transparency, which is something that I'm not surprised by your administration. So, so be it.
All right, that is time. That is time. Thank you.
Okay.
Moving on. Oh, okay, yeah.
Am I gonna
Next-
be able to get responded?
Oh my fucking.
No,
You already
well,
had
it's
your
okay.
response.
All right. I mean, that's all. I just asked. You could have
You
just
just
said
had
no. Could just said no.
You
It's
did
okay.
have, you had your response. You had your response.
All right. That's fine.
No. I appreciate you. Okay. Moving on. We got the next question here. It's gonna go to Daniel Reagan. What is your opinion on the current state of department leadership? Do you believe any reform should be done, and do you plan on replacing any department heads? Time starts when you're ready.
Wait. Is the question for him?
Yeah, it's for Daniel. I don't know if I said that. If I
Okay.
didn't, my bad.
Yeah, okay. All right. So, very simply, I was asked the question personally what the cabinet's going to look like, and do I plan to hire any fresh faces? That's basically what you're asking me now. Is there a sense of reform? Reform is a very strong word. I hate that word. It's too strong for its own good. I don't agree with the whole reform situation. That's a very high measure for what we're dealing with. So let's say I am elected the first day. One of the things I want to do is look at the entire cabinet as a whole and then look at it individually. Obviously, I'm not going to go in the first day shooting off heads because that's not something that a governor or true leader would do. The cabinet to me is going to look like a group of individuals who get their jobs done effectively and efficiently. There's no such thing as a position holder in my administration. I've said that from the day I stepped in office as the sheriff. I made that very clear with my department command. I expect people to get their jobs done and do damn fine work with their positions that they're given, and that starts with me. As the governor, I would set the bar very high and expect everyone to meet me there. And if they can't, then we have some issues to work out between each other. And that's just how real work gets done, by leadership. As for individual cabinet members, I want to evaluate everyone from the day I step into office to the day I leave. Obviously, it's not going to be a one and done evaluation. I want to evaluate their department, and then I want to evaluate their department heads as a whole. Because obviously, it starts and stops with the department heads, as it does with the governor and his office. So we have to make sure that everyone's on the same page, and that if evaluations need to be done, they're done, and we can handle it from there. Obviously, I'm not looking to make heads roll. That's not where I stand. That's not how I'm trying to make it work. But I want to find a middle ground between everyone and work off of that middle ground so that we're all on the same bar and we're working to the highest efficiency as possible. You guys can pass my time.
Alrighty. Governor Matrix, whenever you're ready to start, go for it.
Can you give me the question?
Yeah, I got you. It's what is your opinion on the current state of department leadership? Do you believe any reform should be done, and do you plan on replacing any department heads?
All right. While there obviously are the administrative issues right across departments, because it's just gonna happen. It's more important to ensure that they have the access to and resources to fix these issues and pave the way to their success rather than just gutting command structures and instituting reforms. Right? That'd be a terrible thing to do because I, for one, have trust in the leadership of our government departments. All right. Like I said before, from the way Daniel speaks, I mean, obviously he's gonna say what he's saying now, but from the way he speaks, I'm gonna be honest, it doesn't seem like he's in here for the long haul. It seems like he's gonna put in whoever he really wants to. And if you don't abide by what he got going on, it seems like you're on the chopping block. All right. So obviously, like I said, I'm gonna defend the people under me. Obviously, I'm gonna hold them accountable. But at the end of the day, I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna keep it 100. It's important to make sure that our department heads feel safe in their position, comfortable, right? Not too comfortable, but comfortable enough where they have the leeway to lead their department their own way. I've heard a lot of chitter chat about people getting to the seat and micromanaging their departments. That's not what I've done with any of our departments at all. The only time I've ever dibble dabbled in any really any department was in the beginning, kind of getting a feel for what's going on and everything and where every department stood. And obviously with the troubles that we had in the National Guard originally, but since that, I've just been overseeing everything, letting department heads really do their job. Matt Cern has been doing a great job running the RSP. He gets the activity when it needs to be there. He doing another class, as you guys see. Same thing with National Guard now. I'm doing another class. It's great to see. Graduation just happened, so that's another thing. Also, PPD. Obviously, Commissioner Jason just had the surgery, but before that, they had one of their
That is
Biggest classes
time.
ever.
I appreciate
Time.
it.
That's time.
Sheriff Reagan, you want to respond to him?
No, I think we're good on that front.
All right, and this is for both of you. Do you want to take audience questions or do you want to do closing statements?
I'm down to take a couple.
I don't mind.
You want to do?
How about at like 4, we stop the audience questions if it goes that long?
I'm done with questions, so it's just audience ones now. So if you want to take audience ones, we can do it.
I say we give it 5 minutes to do audience questions and then maybe call it closing after
Alright.
that. Matrix, you good with that?
Wait, so audience questions to what?
Audience questions.
5 minutes for the audience questions.
Watch your mouth. Watch your mouth. Watch your mouth.
Okay, ladies. It's
Respect.
taking audience questions until 4.
Yeah, he just
You
talks
wanna-
so much, it's hard to keep
Okay,
track. Goddamn.
okay.
Hey.
Yeah, I know. His simple brain can't handle it. It's
Enough,
My simple
Daniel,
brain, you're
you two.
uninformed,
Both
you
of you,
uninformed piece
both
of
of you.
shit.
Let's settle down.
Hey, I'm
Let's
telling you
be
to
Okay.
stop.
Lego
He's a piece of shit.
professionals.
He looks like a piece. Like, come on.
Enough.
Oh, see?
Enough.
Hey,
Enough.
hey.
Knock it off.
This is the guy we want as governor.
We are Lego professionals
Hey,
here. We are
please.
heavy LARPers. Let's just keep it that way. Thank you.
He looks like a criminal. How
Take.
many-
Okay. Shut
Hey.
up. Holy
See, and he's
God.
still yapping.
We got
Hey,
okay.
but both of
Okay,
you
enough.
quit.
I
Both
want
of you.
to okay. Do we want to take audience questions until 4? Yes or no? I'm asking
Sure.
both of you.
Sure.
Sure.
Okay, well that's what's gonna happen now. So if you want to speak, request to speak. Starting up, actually,
Wait, I have a question. How much time do we have to respond to each audience?
that is
question?
what I am trying to figure out.
Alright.
It's in here somewhere, I think. How about 30 seconds?
Sure. That sounds reasonable.
Okay, 30 seconds. Starting with Dev Type. I invited him to speak. I can't. This is
All right, can y'all hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, it was good.
Yes, we can.
All right, so Daniel and Matrix, both of you guys do a great job. However, I have one question. What is your guys' goals in terms of protecting cops in Ridgeway?
we're gonna start with. Was that a question for both of them? I wasn't really listening.
It was for both of them.
Yes, no question.
All right, we'll start with Daniel, then we'll move to Matrix. Daniel, you got 30 seconds starting when you first speak.
All right, so that's a good question, Dev. One of the major things that just happened recently was an officer fired back in a certain situation, and the attorney or the solicitor general came to us as department heads and said, "Hey, what can we do for this guy?" And we helped him write a brief to go to the Supreme Court and overturn a ruling that would have messed up the officer's career. So, as the sheriff, me personally, I helped write a brief explaining on what we can do to back him up.
Okay,
You know,
that time. I
that's
feel like
30
30
seconds.
seconds is short. That was 30 seconds. That was kind of short. Oh well.
All right. I
I'll do
have to
30
respond
seconds to you
too,
too,
right?
Matrix. Then then the next questions we'll do 45 for each because that was short. But you got 30 seconds. So we'll
Again,
make
a little uninformed. The Solicitor General, that brief, it really kind of came after an entire department as a whole, law enforcement agency as a whole, not just a singular person. So those briefs ended up helping everybody as a whole. I'm also a part of that brief because it's important, you know, to have certain rules in place because without them, I mean, shit, everybody's going down. I'll be honest, like it's an unfair advantage. Criminals have to jump, which is why I say it's important to have both cops and criminals because I mean, shit goes wrong sometimes, you know. So I mean,
Okay,
whatever
it's
we have to do
time.
to protect our law enforcement.
It's time. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
And thank you, Dev.
I can attest that Matrix and Daniel both stand up for cops.
Okay, I don't think. Oh, I can move the audience. This is a question. It's from the audience. There's a DM'd one. We're just gonna ask both of you. Hold on, let me find it. We'll start with Reagan again. This time we're gonna have 45 seconds. The question is: the judiciary has been neglected by every administration in Ridgeway. Lack of judges, lack of support, and lack of promotion attorneys. What will candidates do to provide for and support the Ridgeway judicial system to ensure the third branch of government can function?
All right, so I'll start us off here. I think the judiciary has the brightest legal minds in the community, obviously. The Supreme Court has been a very high functioning system. When you get down to the lower level of the courts, it starts to begin where issues arise. We need a couple more judges, which obviously I want to go through and vet judges and make sure that they don't end up pushing their dockets on other justices. It comes down to also having a case overload, which is something we cannot have. We need to prosecute and handle every case separately and making sure that we're not leaving any case overloads to exist. Attorneys are one thing. We need to make sure that the people are getting certified. The bright legal minds also stay in our
Okay,
community.
thank you. That's time.
Finished it.
Governor
Yeah, what's-
Matrix.
What's the question?
Hold on. It's a fucking book and a half. The judiciary has been neglected by every administration Ridgeway, lack of judges, lack of support, and lack of promotion attorneys. What will candidates do to provide for and support the Ridgeway judicial system to ensure the third branch of government can function?
All right. Well, throughout my term, my team and I have effectively managed the judicial crisis by addressing issues and filling in the gaps. We tackled the challenges of overburdened courts, overwhelmed attorneys, and a lack of competence in the public defender's office through new appointments and reforms. Obviously, Toby just resigned, so new nominations coming soon. But looking ahead to my next term, I'm aiming to focus on enhancing education opportunities for new attorneys, obviously people who want to get involved in the legal system. These initiatives will contribute to a stronger legal system, ensuring we have skilled professionals ready to serve the needs of the community. So obviously, like I said, we need we do need more judges, but my thing is we need more superior court judges. Right now, we have a group of people who can oversee cases. We have five magistrates, and we have two judges on the court. So 2, 5, that's seven
All
judges
right,
in total that are
you,
overseeing
thank
cases.
Thank you. Moving
No
on
problem.
next, taking a verbal question. We're gonna take Ani X Troubles. I invited him to speak. Go ahead.
Thank you very much, Domi. I just wanted to ask something. So what is the current situation about can you drown?
What?
Are-
You gonna elaborate?
You go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, do you think he's corrupt? Like, what's gonna what's
Bro.
gonna happen?
Yeah, bro. Come on, bro.
Like, he's corrupt.
Yeah, bro. Come on, bro.
Yeah, we're done with that one.
No. I'm not done speaking. No, I'm not done
Oh,
speaking.
he's not like
You're done speaking. You're done
Hey, I didn't hear the buzzer.
Bro said, I'm calling the shots. He said, I'm not done speaking.
Slayer of Universe 5.
Hello.
Go ahead.
Uh,
What's your question?
what's your
You might want to ask.
Hello,
you might
give
wanna
me a
say
second.
Is it wait? Let me
Yeah.
ask, is it for a specific person or is it for both?
both.
All right, go ahead.
Okay. What's your opinion on Can You Drown?
Yo, bro.
I'm gonna start
This guy's
banning
toxic.
people for a week.
Okay.
Damn, a week ban is
Okay.
crazy.
Wow.
A week ban is crazy.
All right, Toasted Fury, come on up to this
Yo,
microphone.
shout out the guy. Shout out the guy.
All right. Hello. I'm the
If you
last
ask
guy.
the
It's
same
250. It's 59. All right. I want you guys to sword fight. Not in the weird sense.
No,
not in the
whoa,
weird
whoa,
sense,
whoa,
right?
no,
You're not gonna pull out your ding away.
it's already
Sergeant,
I'm gonna give you guys
Sergeant,
swords in game.
Sergeant.
No.
I'm gonna give you guys swords in game.
All right, yeah, let's do it.
What? Are we serious? Are we actually doing this right now?
Dude, he has more experience in fights.
Yo, well, are you calling yourself a pussy? You're in fucking law enforcement.
No, I'm
telling
calling
me
you
to-
experience
telling-
because you
well,
came up with those
yo,
issues.
you're in fucking law
Alright,
enforcement.
alright,
you
alright,
bitch.
alright.
You guys both got the
alright,
swords. You guys
alright,
both got the swords.
Oh, brother is cooked. I'm not gonna lie.
Hey, he only get like a professional, bro. You could.
On guard.
All right.
Alright.
Well, let me timer. Let me timer.
We gotta count down. You want?
All right. There we go. Here we go.
Where the bros at? I'm trying to bend. Yo, bro, what's
I think
going
they're
on?
got
Bro? Yo, bro, what we doing,
What?
bro?
I think is everyone guarded?
Oh.
I don't know if you use. I don't know what admin you use.
Hold on. Now go. Hold on.
What's going on, bro?
All right. Run it back.
Is it gonna work?
Ah!
Nah, he's got it.
I'm got it. Do you not
Yes,
see my
he's
health
got it.
bar? I'll send a picture of my health bar. Hang on.
We actually don't see the health bar.
We don't see your health bar at all.
Yo, hang on. Check
And-
Ridgeway stage chat. Check
And
Ridgeway
my
stage
screen, you're
chat.
got on
Check
my
Ridgeway
screen,
stage
you're
chat.
guarded.
Ridgeway stage chat. Check Ridgeway stage chat.
And my
Uh-oh.
screen, you're guarded.
Uh-oh. Make excuses.
Alright.
It's okay.
You're
Alright.
and my screen, you're
Can we
guarded.
get,
What
can
do
we
you
get him
want
back
me
to
to
the
say?
stage, please? Can we get
Okay,
him
you're
back to the stage?
Okay. It's okay. It's
He had 150 health.
okay. You can be upset.
Oh
Alright.
nah, yo, let me see the
All right,
logs.
thank you. Nope. Let's get Reagan back in here. Yeah, thank you. All right. So that is all the audience questions we're gonna take, and that's all the main questions I have. So to end this off, before we do closing statements, I'm gonna give you 1 minute free for all. There's
Oh my
no
God.
debate rules. You have to just obey Discord TOS. That's all I care about.
See, but like,
You got 1 minute. Both of you can just yap now. You gonna like?
Matrix, you want to start off with like your angry impression or what?
my angry impression. What are you
It's just
talking
no.
about?
It's both of you. It's a free for all. You both can just
Yeah,
go
I
at
know. I'm
each other.
saying he might want to start off. Like he has more experience in verbal arguments, considering
What?
like how he grew up.
Damn, you keep saying experience. It seems like I'm more experienced in everything, right? More experience being a thug.
Yeah,
more experience
when
in
it comes to
arguments,
criminals, you're more experienced.
More
You
experience
grew
in
up
being
in a criminal
governor.
situation. What do you want me to
Listen,
say?
you lack
You
everything.
grew up
Like
in
your
a-
ability
grew
to
up in the hood.
talk is just
What do you want me
terrible,
to
brother.
say?
My brother, you
grew
grew up in the
up
suburbs and
with
it
criminals.
shows. You're in
You
the
are a
suburbs.
criminal.
In
You
the
grew up as
suburbs.
a criminal.
You grew up in the
grew
suburbs and you're still
criminal
a terrible
dad.
law enforcement officer. Let's talk about it.
Your
Your
dad is a
ability to
criminal.
listen.
Your dad is a criminal.
Your
You
ability
grew
to
up
listen.
in the hood.
You're
You
black.
grew up
You're
in the
black.
hood.
You're black. You're
You
black.
grew up in the
You're
hood.
black.
What do you
You're
want me to
black.
say?
You're
You have
black.
more
You're
experience when it comes
black.
to fighting.
You're black. You're black. You're black.
Wow, that was very
Understand?
good. That was very good coming from you.
Grand.
Like I said, you
Yo,
know,
bro, I don't know what you want from me, bro. I'm gonna be honest, bro. Listen, your experience is just something it's gonna be a big problem if you actually do win government. It's gonna be
yeah.
a
So
terrible,
is yours
terrible,
because you're a
a
criminal.
terrible
Your
problem for
experience
the
is bad
state.
too because you're
It's
a
gonna
criminal.
be a terrible time.
All
I'ma
right,
be
all right.
honest.
That's time. That is time.
thank you.
All right. Hold on. Yep, that is it. Thank you. We're now moving on to the closing statements. Each person will get a minute and a half to close off this cluster
Bro
hell of a
sounds way
debate.
too proud to have grown up with privilege.
All
Like,
right,
bro.
all right. That's enough.
Okay, that's
Hey, wait,
enough.
did you hear me
That's
say
enough.
stop? I said stop. I'm pretty sure I said stop.
Mi-
Hold on,
Mr.
hold on.
Matrix.
You need
You
to hear
fucking
you need to
donut.
hear,
Playing
Mr. Matrix.
SpongeBob.
you need to hear
How
that
about you go
too.
eat a tub of
We're
donuts? How about
done.
you go eat a tub of ice
Mr.
cream?
Matrix,
Go eat your tub of ice cream,
We're
you
done.
dumbass
Hey,
bitch.
we're done.
Fat ass
No,
motherfucker.
Both of you, both of you.
All right, both of you need to just shut the hell up. We're moving on. Anyways, I'm just gonna have. Ah, damn. Again, y'all got a minute and a half. We're gonna do closing statements, and then we're gonna go home. Starting off with Daniel Reagan. I'm gonna unmute you both. You both better behave. Daniel Reagan, you can start whenever. Minute and a half. Closing statement.
all right, I'm gonna make this short and sweet. Just like I think this debate has been pretty fun for the community. It shed some light on everyone's concerns and some topics that needed to be discussed. Obviously, my direct messages are open if anyone has questions that were missed or you felt like there was something that wasn't covered. That's something I'm down to do. When it comes down to voting, you guys just have to remember we don't want to put a criminal back in office. And
You just killed me in game. I'm dead.
okay, anyway, we don't want to put a criminal back in office.
ATP me.
It comes down to it. And the only way to do that is to vote Daniel Reagan. Because, again, you put Matrix back in office, and all you're going to see is his friends and his inability to lead again and again. So, with that, I wish you guys the best of luck. Have fun.
Oh my. Okay. Are you done?
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay.
She wanna be Cardi.
Okay.
Yo, why is
No,
he
we're not
killing
done
me?
yet, bro.
Yo, what the hell is going on, bro?
Killing them, bro.
Yeah, bro, weirdo
We're
ass.
not done yet.
Teleport him back. Teleport him back.
God damn.
No, I meant done with him speaking. We still got Matrix's final.
Yeah, I gotta
statement, then we're
speak. Fuck going
Yeah,
on?
Yeah, Matrix gotta speak, bro.
Holy shit.
done. All right, Matrix, you got a minute and a half. Whenever you want to go, it's all you.
All right, listen. I'm gonna be honest. This debate has been grand. I won't lie. It's been a pleasure. My point being is your only point throughout this entire thing is basically saying I'm a criminal. And you're going on and on and on and on and on. People have said this in old elections. I've won. People have saying this in every time they try to use it against me, they'll lose every time. It's old. It's washed. It's overused, my brother. Listen, you talk about your privilege. You're so happy to have grown up with privilege. The fact that you use daddy's money to get what you are is just so insane. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, you're just going on and on and on about having privilege and the fact that you're not a thug. You became a sheriff's officer. IRL, you're 350 pounds and you eat tubs of ice cream at a time, right? And I posted the tubs over and no, wait, no, I'm not done. Please don't interrupt me. I have a minute left. All right. So my point is another thing that people will lie about, right? More specifically, my opponent. My opponents will likely go with the chat and lie about being anti-furry. I have always been anti-furry. We will hunt them, we'll detain them, we'll hang them. Furries are not citizens. Do you understand me? Furries are not citizens. I've seen too many times Mr. Daniel Reagan fucking with a bunch of furries. You know, he hangs with them in game. He's a piece of shit. What can I say? Goddamn donut. You fat donut. All done.
Is that it?
You
Is that you
stupid
done?
piece of bacon. Nah,
Okay.
this is good.
All right. Well, you're done. All right. Thank you. Gentlemen, I want to thank you both for this. The 2024 Ridgeway governor election debate. There's no closing speak. I have to make this on my own. I need you to come up front so we can take pictures with both of you. Both of you
Wait,
up
should I-
front.
Yes.
Thank
Sorry,
you.
social distance.
I'm stuck to my chair. Hold on.
I don't want to be with this fat bitch anyway.
Why am I glued to my chair? Help.
I don't know.
Help.
Someone just TP him.
We got an ambulance around.
Listen, a vote for me is a vote for this
Here we
nigga to get
go.
off the game. If he gets off the game, maybe he'll go outside, eat some greens, you know what I'm saying?
Guys,
Get
the only
involved,
reason-
start
the only
running on the
reason-
track. Maybe
the
he'll
only
start
reason
running on the
Matrix
track and
wants to
get him away from all those tubs of ice cream in the house. You get what I'm saying? You know, if we win, if the Matrix and Vince campaign wins, I hope you understand.
Okay.
He'll
Thank
be
you.
forced to
Thank
go
you.
home.
Thank you.
Guys, if Matrix stays on the
We'll
game,
force this
he's
man
gonna
home.
stay out of the
We'll
streets.
force this man home.
Okay.
Eating tubs of ice cream every goddamn
hey,
day.
hey.
You fat bitch.
Matrix wants to be elected, so he can stay out of the
Okay,
hood.
okay, enough,
Holy shit,
enough,
this
enough.
stupid piece of
Get up
bacon.
there. All right, I'm
Okay,
muting
stop.
you both. You both are grinding my gears. Get up there. Get back up here. Stand in front of the podium. Like in front of your name podium, I guess. In front of your name. That's behind it.
Yo, Dami, the audience got a question for you.
I don't know if I'm
Good
supposed to be
Bugatti
taking a
wants
picture,
to
but I'm gonna
know.
do it anyway.
Good Bugatti wants to know, is Dami gay? And in honor of Pride Month, I think I should ask that. Let people know.
All right, beautiful. You both look wonderful and thin. Oh, Timbo took a way better picture. All right. All right. I need you two to move. Jay and I got to get up here. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yep. Excuse me. I guess we're standing in front of it. No. Get back. Everyone else back up. Let's get everyone else.
back up
Boot,
the
scoot, and
stage.
boogie. Thank you. I don't think we're gonna get your little picture like you want with us. Matrix, get in the picture. Okay. Timbo, I don't know
my
if you're gonna get it with both of them. All right. Oh, hold on. All right, whatever. That's good enough pictures. You guys, we are concluded with this debate. Thank you. Let
Yes, thank you
violence
for coming.
reign. Oh, and I was just bombed. All right. Debate's
I
over.
challenge Daniel to a duel if he doesn't pull up his pussy. Simple as
Y'all
that.
gotta go home, but you can't stay here.
Yeah, you don't gotta go
If
home.
you're
but
gonna
you can't stay here.
if you're gonna go fight, go